Hello gamers, this is Noobzilla. I often get asked what my different settings are in the game and different things like add-ons and so on and so forth. One of the things I get asked the most is, how do you see these little red dots? So look at the bottom right of my screen. I see this guy right here, his name's Zuntor from the Minor Swing. It shows how far away he is. It shows a red dot, so let's go kill him real quick. The way that I can see him on this map is through this right here. It's a consumable. It's called Mercenaries Recon Vial. It shows the location of all players within a short vicinity on the minimap for 4 hours. This effect lasts through death. So let's go ahead and go kill him. And then I want to show you my add-on that I use. I only use one add-on. It's the Montage's Killing Blow Indicator. I'll put a link down in the description box. Alright, that's what this does. Okay, see there, you have killed Zuntor. It shows the PA shows the favor gain, prestige gain if you have that. So that is the only add-on that I use, and it's pretty awesome. Alright, the next question I get is, how do you always show these nameplates right here? Like, without even clicking on the person, I can see their nameplate, and that is through, what you want to do is go to Settings, go to Interface, go to Nameplates, and then I put player in combat, I put target always, and then I put hostile always. So let me show you. If I switch hostile to in combat, that'll go away. If I put it on never, it's not there. I can put it on unharmed, which means as soon as I start hitting it, it'll pop up. Okay, there it is. But I like to keep it on always. And then once you get done with that, just hit apply. And as you can see, I can see all of the hostiles around me, and then the same thing goes on in PvP as well. So here's a short clip where you can see all the nameplates coming on at once, so you might as well go ahead and put that on there because it is very beneficial. Another thing that I like to keep up is the target HP being shown. That's going to be under interface and then status text and then target if you want to see the HP, and you always should, especially if you're PvPing, because you don't want to be hitting a tank. So if I click target, go ahead and watch the dendron board, it'll show the HP. Okay, so I click that and it shows 82,279. So I will always have that on for sure. So let's go ahead and go through everything else. I have names, I have show NPC names, show a target name, show friendly player names, party member names, smart nameplates, show enemy player names, and show friendly pet names. Mainly because there's some funny pet names out there. Alright, colors, I don't really mess around with that at all, but if you want to, go for it. I used to do colors for my guild, that way I could always tell my guild based on the color of their name, but that was probably, what, I guess almost 3 years ago, so I haven't used it since then. Nameplates, I went over that already. You want hostile to always be on, that way you can see everything around you. Miscellaneous, I have enable AoE looting, that is huge. It's a big time saver. Auto loot by default, yes. Automatically decline all marriage proposals, because Noobzilla, you ain't got time for that. What else do we have here? Combat, auto self-cast, that automatically self-cast beneficial spells when no other target is selected. Smart target, automatically finds a valid target for an ability. And that's nice. When something dies, you'll target the next thing in front of you with smart target. I do that for PvP. If I was just doing PvE, I don't know if I'd have that. Probably not, because I wouldn't want to accidentally pull anything. Show target of target, that is huge. Okay, so let me show you the dendron boar. Okay, right there you can see that he has me targeted. So in PvP it's nice to be able to see if your target is targeting you. That way you know whether you need to get out of the way of something. Okay, recast ground channels. I don't have that, but I think I might have that on my cleric. Show only my buffs on target and party members. I do that just so I'm not overwhelmed. Show only my debuffs on the target. You can do whatever you want to there, it's just your preference. PvP auto flag automatically flags PvP when taking a PvP action. Sure. Ignore duel request. I have that on because people try to duel me all day, every day if I don't have it on. Hide other players' hit effects. That hides the particle effects played when other players' abilities hit their target, and that's just a necessary thing that you want to do if you don't want to lag, if you have a low-end computer such as myself. Target nearest in front of player. Targets the nearest enemy and target nearest friendly keybinds will select the closest targets in front of you. And I have that checked. Alright. Action bars. Always show all action bars. Lock ability buttons. I do that so I don't accidentally move stuff around. I still forget about it from time to time and move stuff, but I like it to be locked. Use abilities on key press. Yes. And for the action bars, people say, how do you get multiple action bars? Well, under action bars, under interface, you can do 2, 3. That's what 3 looks like. I prefer 2. And then the side one, I don't have any right now, but of course you can put 1 there if you like. I like a little more viewing room, so I'm not going to do any for now. Sometimes I change, I put it up there. It just depends on my mood. Social, enable chat bubbles. Enable party chat bubbles. Okay, okay. Status text. That's the player, target. Okay, target of target. I like to see what's going on, so status text is nice for that. Mouse, you can do the look speed however you want. Interface display, show buff durations. Like you can see down here above my abilities, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 3 hours. I do that so I know when it's running out. Okay, auto add quest tracking. Automatically track new quests as you accept them. Those will pop up on the right side of my screen. Okay, screen messages. This is all about what you want to see. Some people like to see the different damages, target damage, self-damage. It's whatever you want to do. You can't go wrong because it's your preference. It's going to be different than mine. Video. I play 1680 by 1050 in full screen. My computer is a glorified toaster. I think my Atari 2600 had more power back in the 80s. Alright, that is going to cover that. What else? I use the different things. I told you about the Mercenaries Recon Vial to see my targets on the map here. But I also use the Oil Stone, and these are consumables, so I'll go and put this on here. For two-handers, it's going to be increases Vengeance by 200 for 4 hours. Even though I have the buff, so it decays in 5 hours, okay. And then I have the Mercenaries Riding Chaps, increases mounted movement speed by 10%. Sure. Then I have my Mercenaries Insoles. Increases run speed by 10% for 4 hours. Put that on. And then I like to use the Excellent Power Surge file that increases strength and dexterity by 50 for 1 hour. They're usually a couple plat or so. And that is that. And then there's a couple other things I use. I like to use both Bloodthirsty and Killing Spree. Let's go ahead and toss on my Killing Spree. And that means if I kill a player, it increases my critical hit for 6 seconds in the last 1 hour. And the nice thing is that can stack, so very nice. Okay, Bloodthirsty. Killing a player heals the bearer a percentage of their max health over 10 seconds. Cannot be applied more than once every 10 seconds. Last 1 hour. And the last thing I like to use is Weapon Shield. Reduces the duration of disarm effects by 1 second and increases endurance by 10 for 2 hours. Usable on gloves. So that's what that looks like right there. And last but not least, you can do the layout however you want. If you don't know how to move around your UI, press Escape. Go to Edit Layout, it's the third option down. And then you can move whatever you want. So I like to bring down my health and my bar down here, my player portrait, so I bring this down so it's pretty equal to my character. As you can see, you can move it around wherever you want. I like it to be right there. My target portrait, I like to be down here, that way I can see who I have targeted and if I need to interrupt or do whatever and how close they are to death. I have my quests and stuff on the right. Warfront accolades at the top. What else do I have going on here? I have my groups over here on the left. You can move these around however you like. Wherever you want your group bars to be, you can put them. And then I have my buffs. Instead of having them at the top right, I put my buffs right here, as you can see, just right above my abilities. That way it's easy for me to see if I need to reapply my buffs. Of course, there's add-ons for that, but I like to just check it out. Breath fatigue bar here. And that covers that.
From whence does this
Oh,
emerge?
awesome timing.
Had better not be seasoning.
I love that voice. Oh, good old Dendrome. events. Okay, I think that covers everything. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. I want to thank you all for watching, and happy gaming.